continue our study of how all we need is just Jesus from Colossians chapter 1 verses 15 through 23, the Bible now establishes 4 elements about the reconciliation of Christ in verse 20. The first element is the reason of his reconciliation. Verse 20 says, "And through him God reconciled everything to himself." The reason is always about being reconciled with God. The second element is the range of reconciliation, which verse 20 tells us is everything. A true reconciliation doesn't just involve some things. Through Christ, everything can be reconciled. Now, the third element of God's reconciliation is the result. And the result of reconciliation through Christ is peace. The last part of verse 20 proclaims, "He made peace with everything in heaven and on earth by means of Christ's blood on the cross." Through the sacrifice of Jesus, our separation with God because of our sin becomes reconciled with the result of one complete sacrifice, which was through his one and only Son. This brings us to the fourth element of Christ's reconciliation, and that is the reality. Again, the last part of verse 20 explains the only way this reconciliation can happen, and that is by means of Christ's blood on the cross. Jesus proclaims the reality of this truth himself when he says in John chapter 14, verse 6, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one can come to the Father except through me."